Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. You must have been waiting for the next coming exercise, and that is multiplication and division of the algebraic expressions. We have already solved some examples in this contest, and now what I'm going to do today is the exercise itself. So let's start right away, and that is exercise 2.4. And page is, I must tell you that the page is 32, unit 1, chapter 2, and book this. Okay, so let's start from exercise 2.4. It is all about multiplication and division of the algebraic terms. Let's start from question number 1, part number A, multiply. Now what does it is asking us to do is multiply. Now the question is A. Let me do it in this and in this half too. 2 multiplied by 6x. Now dear students, as I told you that we can multiply coefficient. Now this is coefficient with a constant number in multiplication. So there is no limitation that we cannot multiply this coefficient with a constant number. So it is very simple, and it is 12x, and x will be written as it is in the question. So you see that nothing has been done to the x. Some parts are just like the same. Now I am going towards part D, and that is 2x multiplied by 3y. Now dear students, you see that what we have got is two separate variables. Nothing to be afraid of. Just multiply the coefficients. It will become 6. And what about the variables? Write the variables as it is, because you see that these are being multiplied over here. If I put a sign of multiplication which has been abolished, which has been omitted, you see that these all are being multiplied over here. Now these signs are already omitted, as I told you. So 6xy is the correct answer for this question. Similarly, part H. Part H is 2x 3y multiplied by 2. 2x multiplied by 3y and multiplied by 2. Now, up till here, the question is the same. So, and for this part or this part, the question is like this. We are going to multiply one constant with these all coefficients. So 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. So what will it become? It will become as 12. 2 3 times 6, 6 2 times 12 is 6, 2 3 times 6, and 6 2 times is 12. And similarly, xy will be written as they are. Part M, K Y, K L, L part. Let me do part L first. L part is 4y multiplied 2x multiplied, this is x, multiplied 3y. 4y multiplied 2x multiplied 3y. Now, dear students, what we see here is that we have got two y's over here. One y is over here, one y is over here. No problem. It's a piece of cake. So what will happen over here? That go for the coefficients first. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. 24. Now, whether you write y first or x first, it is up to you. But there is a thumb rule that we write x first. So write x first and then y square, because y carries one index over here, y carries one index over here, and when two indices like these are multiplied, now these are multiplied, the bases are being multiplied over here. You see that y is being multiplied by this y. Now the bases are same, then the indices have to be added together, so it will become, now it can also be written as 24 y square x. The both answers are correct. Now let me write over here to avoid drawing of the erasing of the board. Part M is 2a multiplied 4ab. 2a multiplied 4ab. Now again you see that what we have come up with is two similar bases or two similar variables. So what we do, we just multiplied this 2 with this 4. Now this will become 8 a. Now if I go in detail, it will become like this, and b all alone. Now this is being multiplied with this. Don't forget that it is not multiplying. So the total answer will be this, because you see that this is multiplied by this is multiplied by this. Now similarly, there are some more questions, and I am going to do one more part from this is, and that is part R. Rest of the questions are very easy and you can do it by yourself if you practice. And if you don't understand anything, you can just ask me in the comments section below. I'll answer it to you. 12x square. Now it is 12x square. 12x square multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3y square multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3y square. Very easy. Nothing to be afraid of. 12 times 2 is 24. and 24 times, or you can say that if you find it difficult that 24 times 3, what will happen? It will become 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 12 is 72. Now, but for the variables, these will be written as it is. Only you see the coefficient and the constant are being multiplied together. Now let me proceed to the question number 2. Question number 2 says to simplify. Question number 2, simplify. And what we have to simplify is part A. First come first go. 3 multiplied by 2x multiplied by 4. Part A, 3 multiplied by 2x multiplied by 4. This is part A. Very simple, very simple. It will become 3 2 times 6, 6 4 times 24, and x is the answer. Part B. Part B is 5x 2x 3y. 5x 3x multiplied by 2y. खत्म हो गया. 5x 2x 3y. 5x 3x 2y. Now you see, dear students, first of all what we will have to do is we'll multiply the coefficients, all the coefficients together. 5 3 times 15, 15 2 times 30. No ambiguity in multiplying the coefficients or coefficient with the constant. Now this was constant, this was coefficient over here, and these were the constants over here. So there is no ambiguity. It is all crystal clear that we can multiply constant with the coefficient or coefficient with the constant. Okay, and also there is no ambiguity that we cannot multiply 5 3 and 2. These all are the coefficients. We can multiply these 5 3 and 2. These are the coefficients. So 5 3 times 15, 15 2 times 30, and the index over here is 1, index over here is 1. And what will become it, as I told you, when these the bases are same, the it is written like this. So x square and y is being multiplied as it is. Part D. Part D is xy, xz, and x. X, y multiplied by x, z multiplied by x. Very easy again. Now there are no coefficient, and when there is no coefficient written, that means that 1 is written over here. Always 1 is written over here. Now 1 is written over here, 1 is written over here, 1 is written over here, which has been omitted, because it is understood that when nothing is written before the variable, that means at the place of coefficient, then there is 1 written over here. So we can omit all the ones from here, because it is understood that the coefficient is 1. Now you see that there are 3 x's, 1x, 2x, and 3x. Like here, what we do, now there were 2 x's over here, now we have got 3 x's over here. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, now it will remain as 1. Now it will become 3, then y will come, and then z will come, because both carries 1 index, and this is the required answer. All other questions are very easy, but I will try to solve some questions for you, and that is f. F is 4 multiplied by 2x, 4 multiplied by 2x multiplied by 3x square y, 3x square y. Now go for the constants and the multiplication of constants and the coefficients. 4 2 times is 8, 8 3 times is 24. Okay, it has been done. No problem, no ambiguity. So x and x. Now this is x square. So that means the index is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. It will become x cube, and y will return as it is. Now I was going to solve part P from question number 2. P, and that is 3x square y, 3x square y multiplied to xy square multiplied by 3xy. Multiplication of the coefficients, or if there is any constant over here, there is no constant over here, so we'll multiply the coefficients over here. 3 2 times 6, 6 2 3 times 18. Now what about this x? There are how many x over here? 1 with square, 1 with 1, and 1 with 1. So it means that there are, the index number should have to be risen to 4. How? And that is like this: 2 plus 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1 plus 1. So it will become 4, 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4. Similarly, y over here is also 4, because it is like this: 1 plus 2 plus 1, 1 plus 2 plus 1, so it is again 4. 18 by 4 x4. So this was the last part which I was going to do, and now the next uh, mm, question number 3. Question number 3. It is again to have to simplify. Now what is given is 15x, 15x which is divided by 3, 15x which is divided by 3, and we have to show the cancelling effect. Now what we have to show is, we have to show the cancelling effect. Now you see that if I divide 15 with 3, what will happen? It will be like this to complete. Now in simple form, what will we do? Here we will do it like this. You can also write 1 over here, but in 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 general practice you don't have to write this 1 over here, but to practice the cancellation you may write, but in general practice you cannot write over here. Now some difficult situation. Now this was part A. Now what about part D? D is 12xy 12xy divided by, now it is divided by 2x. Now you see, my dear students, that there are two things which are going to cancel. Now what we have to do is we have to show the cancelling effect over here. So 2 1 times and 2 6 times 12, x 1 time and x 1 times. So I have not written because this one and this one will become as 11 and you will be confused. You can write here 1, you can write here 1. Now it will become 6y only. And in fact it was divided by 1. But this whole thing has been omitted. The only answer which we will write in our textbook will be 6y. 6y. Part F. Part F is 18x square y. 18x square y, which is divided by 9x square. Now again students, 9 1 times 9, 9 2 times, x square 1 times and x square again 1 times. Now what is the outcome over here? 2y. 2y. An interesting part. Now we have come with a larger denominator, and that is part H. 15 divided by 60 was the coefficients, and what are the coefficients? Are x and xy. Okay, no problem if you get a denominator like this. So what will we do? We'll start it from here. 15 1 times 15, and 15 4 times 60. As you know that 15 4 times is 60. Now same will be cancelling effect, x times x. Okay, now the answer will become 1. Now you will have to write the 1. Now you will have to write the 1 over here. So you cannot leave this one from here. If it comes in numerator, if it come in denominator, then there is no need to write 1. So 4y is the left over here. I is 4 7x y z 7xy z, which is being divided by 14xy. Same is the case, the denominator is greater, no problem. Now we are very clear that we can do it 1 times, 2 times, this will be crossed with this and this will be cancelled with this one. So what will be the result? Final result is, you can write z like this to avoid any similarity with 2. You can cross z like this, 2, nothing is left and it will become z divided by 2. Last part because time is running short now. JKL. Now this is the last of part of the today's session. There are still two questions, lengthy questions are left. X divided by 9x. Same, same. Denominator is greater. Need not to worry. Just cancel whatsoever you can cancel. 1 divided by 9 is the answer. So dear students, this is all from today. This is all for today because time is running short and it is already half an hour past. Now we'll be doing question number 4 and question number 5 in detail in our next session. So uh, stay tuned for these questions. So I hope that you will understand what I taught you. So it's time to say you goodbye. Allah Hafiz.